All right, what's up? Day 15. I'm officially halfway. The only complaint I've had is I've had a couple days here and there where I feel really like not tired, like I need to go to sleep. My body just feels a little more tired and more labored. As I've done bike rides, I felt a little less strong on certain parts. And so I've had many people say you should need to be eating more calories, so I have paid attention more to my calories, and I'm definitely getting enough calories. Um, but I've been reading a lot lately on getting fat adaptive and how it takes time. A lot of people have said you got to do this for 60 to 90 days to really see improvements, but I'm definitely already seeing improvements right now. I'm already a big advocate for doing some type of elimination diet for yourself because it helps you just narrow down certain foods that are problematic for you. So I do know at this point that I have removed certain foods that are definite contributors to migraines and other types of pains that have kind of not been present during this. So I wouldn't say yet that's from the carnivore diet as much as from doing this type of elimination diet. So maybe it is a carnivore diet and maybe that's my diet I need to live by. But one confession I do have is 2 or 3 days ago, I did start adding an apple a day. And so I know that's a big confession. A lot of people are going to be like, you're not doing carnivore anymore. You blew it. I had a day where I was eating enough, but I was just kind of lagging and whatever. And I was just like, I'm going to try an apple and see how that does for my stomach, see if I react to it, see if the sugar in it is going to give me a headache later or something. And I felt great, had no stomach distress, no problems. I don't know what I'm going to do with that exactly, but I probably will keep doing that just because my stomach's handled it. I haven't had any, literally still today, day 15, the only days I've had headaches is the first 2 days. I had a minor one, a different day that I wouldn't even really call anything. And so that's great. I think the biggest contributors to that would probably be either dairy, sugar, gluten, one of those three that I've eliminated. I know a lot of people have had migraines. I've heard people say they have migraines and they eliminated corn and didn't have it. So I still don't know for sure, but I do know things I've taken out have had a positive impact on migraines and headaches. So I'll see over the long term if that holds true. And definitely, probably caffeine is a contributor to those as well. No doubt they are. And so I've already figured out a lot of great things about this, and I'm really stoked to keep going. My friend just dropped off a bunch of elk meat that he caught going hunting, and so I'm really excited to try that. I've wanted to try elk meat for years. I've heard it's just super nutrient dense. I've heard a lot of people talk about the energy they get in it, just a very natural energy boost. They feel good, like vitamins coursing through their body. So I will say for people who do suffer with migraines or anxiety, depression, those types of things, I'm just realizing I've known this for a long, long time, and we've talked about this on the podcast a ton of times, but what you put into your body definitely, like no question, has an effect on your physical and mental state. I mean, there's no question about that. So I feel like it's like one of the most important things that we dial in for physical and mental health. Like as far as mental health goes during these 15 days, that's been great. I felt very calm, very peaceful. That could be a lot of things, obviously. I've done a lot of yoga while I've been doing this, so I've been pairing it with very calming and also things that push my body a lot. So I think trying to narrow in your diet and eliminating foods that are negatively impacting your body and pairing it with exercise. Obviously, this is not groundbreaking research or anything new at all. It's things we've been told our entire lives, but figuring out what that diet is for you, that's the real question. And doing exercise and movements that feel good for your body, don't leave you injured and worse off. So I had started implementing cheese, as that's a part of the carnivore diet, and it was a couple days in and I started not feeling good. I did start having some minor stomach issues, but just as a whole, I didn't feel great after like day 3 of including cheese. And so I actually wiped that back out. So I'll keep doing this, just eggs, meat, and an apple a day or a fruit a day. When I started this, like I said, it wasn't anything weight related at all, but that has been a natural thing that's been happening through this diet. I'm on day 15. I think I've lost 10 pounds. The only reason I'm even weighing myself is just because I'm curious to see what happens. I've lost 10 pounds in the 15 days, and it fluctuates a lot. You weigh yourself in the morning, you weigh less than if you weigh yourself at lunch or at the end of the day. So, but that does seem to just be a natural side effect of going to a more restrictive diet. Some of those high calorie containing things are things I've eliminated, things, that have gluten in it, lots of sugar, lots of dairy. Those calories add up fast, and eliminating those, it's actually been like me trying to eat enough calories in a day. So anyway, that's just one thing I wanted to know. It's a part of the whole story. It's a part of the whole thing. So yeah, it's going good. I'm gonna keep going with it. So thanks for watching. Woo! So stoked about this. My buddy Brock was just in town. He dropped off a bunch of this elk meat. I've never tried elk in my entire life. But he was hunting and they got an elk. It's huge and I'm honored. This is great. And I ate every last bite of this. Make sure none of it goes wasted. Ground out, hind roast, back strap. This is what I am really, really excited for. This is what everyone's told me I gotta eat. Muchas gracias. I'm excited for that. All right, so the time has come. I am excited about this. I mentioned earlier my buddy Brock went hunting and got an elk. I've been wanting to try elk meat for a long time because I've heard of all the dense nutrients in it and you can feel really energized. And so he got me these back straps of an elk, which I've been told for a long time I need to try, so I'm excited. There's freaking 4 here, and I honestly want to cook all of them right now, but I'm probably only gonna do 1 so I can save it. But I'm excited to try it, and I wish I could do it with like a marinade or some more seasoning, but for my first time I'll just have to do salt and pepper and see how it goes. Look how dark this is, it's crazy. All right, so I'm just gonna throw this bad boy on right there. All right, so even though it hasn't been 2 hours, the internal temp is primo, so I'm just gonna do it now. All right, I'll be honest, I'm kind of nervous to eat this. I don't know why, it smells different. It kind of looks like steak, but here we go. Wow. That is very good. Very different, not what I expected. Yeah. That was super good. Thank you, buddy. Thanks my friend Brock for supplying me with this. That's as organic as it gets right there. Not to try to get all guru-y on anybody here, but one thing I have noticed with doing the carnivore diet is, this is gonna sound really weird, but I felt connected to my food. I feel like for the first time in my life. Is really weird, but when I've been having my meals, and I haven't done this every time, but before I kind of take a moment and think of like the animal that lost its life so I could eat, and thinking of all those things, it's weird. It's made me not take it for granted from as much. It's caused me to plan out my meals, thinking about it a lot more. I feel a lot of like more gratitude that I have this food, and I'm not saying it's just been for me, like focusing more on what I'm eating, what I'm putting in my body, and it's given me this weird feeling of connectedness and appreciation for the sacrifice, like the animal. So anyway, that's been a cool thing about being hyper focused on what I'm eating and kind of sacrifices that had to happen for me to be able to eat. On a date with this dude, and I had to fill up and eat a bunch before we came on this date because I can't eat anything, but I promised him pizza. And then where are we going now?
Sweet rolls tacos!
Sweet roll tacos. It's delicious. So when I can't eat something that I really, really want, I just tell them to describe it to me. Describe that pizza to me. How is it?
It's so yummy, it's so hard to explain it.
And it looks so good. What's all in this thing?
Yummy.
No judgments here. We're on a date. I said he could eat whatever he wanted, so he chose pizza and
This.
ice cream rolled tacos.